Brandon. Ottumwa High softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Good afternoon once again, everybody. Jason Van Arkel with you from Davenport West and their baseball softball complex. It's Ottumwa's second and final game of the day in the Davenport West tournament. The Bulldogs taking on Class 3A number 4 West Burlington. And we know that Ottumwa will be the road team again because West Burlington has already taken the field to warm up. The Falcons are 13-1. Ottumwa now 7-5 after their victory over Fort Madison earlier today. Quickly, let's get the lineups here for Ottumwa. Leading off playing shortstop Jocelyn Ware, batting second. The second baseman Ella Aller. Amber Schatz catching and batting third. Jordan Paul's a right fielder, hits cleanup. Ashlyn Sheets, the designated player, batting fifth. Emma Strayer at third, batting sixth. Maddie Hawkins, center, batting seventh. Chloe Bradley pitching and batting eighth. Avery Frankie in left field, batting ninth. The flex player is the first baseman, Sam Weeks. We will get you the West Burlington lineup as we get the opportunity. But Jocelyn Ware is set to lead it off against talented right-hander Lauren Summers. First pitch of the game, down and in, ball one. Our first pitch at 12:33. Under some clouds and hazy sunshine here in Davenport. The 1-0. Checked her swing, pitch called a strike, 1-1. Ware against Fort Madison today was 0 for 4. And there's a fly ball to center, pretty well hit, but it is right at the center fielder Riley Richards, who makes the catch for out number one. That brings up Ella Aller, the Bulldogs' second baseman. Ella was 0 for 3 with a walk in game one. First pitch, a swing and a miss, strike one. Ottumwa beat Fort Madison 4-2 in one of the two openers in this tournament, and the other opener, West Burlington, won 11-3. There's a liner into the gap left center. That's going to roll out towards the fence. Aller hustling for second. She will make the turn and head to third, and there won't be a relay. It is a one-out triple for Ella Aller. Well, Ella not able to pick up a hit against Fort Madison, but makes up for it quickly here, and she's in scoring position for Amber Schatz. Schatz was 2 for 4, a couple of singles in game one against Fort Madison. First pitch to Amber down and in, ball one. Lauren Summers, we need to get you some numbers on her. She's been really good. Popped up back behind the plate, and the catcher, Kylie Logan, couldn't find it. It landed foul near the screen. Count even to shots at 1-1. West Burlington again 13-1 after beating Indianola. West Burlington hasn't played yet. They're 12-1. Indianola won that early game today over Davenport North. Shots skies it foul off to the left out of play, 1-2. Lauren Summers, a junior, making her 12th start. She's 11-1 with an 0.87 ERA. Now, that has not been against 5A competition. West Burlington ranked 4th in 3A. Their only loss is to Albia in the Oskaloosa tournament. Now the 1-2 to Amber. Inside, 2-2. Close pitch. 2-2 to Schatz. And the pitch. Line, but foul off to the left. Andy Moore ducks out of the way. Still 2-2. The defense for West Burlington, you have Madeline Knapp in left, Riley Richards in center, Isabella Blaufus in right, Anna Enberg at third, Reagan Enberg at short, Lauren Krieger at second, Ellie Olson at first, and Kylie Logan behind the plate. Shots, it's a high drive deep to left, but yanked it foul. Boy, that had home run distance, but pulled well foul, still 2-2. Someone's getting some decent swings on Summers here. Aller at third after her triple. Shots trying to bring her home. Another 2-2 pitch. Way high, 3-2. Jordan Paul's on deck. No, wait, that was ball 4. I thought that was ball 3. All right. So a walk puts runners on the corners. And we'll get a courtesy runner here again for shots. That'll be Hunter Caldwell. Again, there is no scoreboard at this diamond number 2 in this complex, so occasionally we lose track. I did have some fans come up to me after game 1 and ask me what the final score was. Someone won that game 4-2. Here's Jordan Pauls, and Pauls had a key RBI. An RBI double in game 1. She was 1 for 3 overall with a walk. Aller at third, Caldwell at first. The pitch to Pauls. High, ball 1. Normally in doubleheaders, Pauls catches game 2 and Schatz is the DP, but Schatz is catching both games today. That pitch a strike to Jordan, and we're even at 1-1. Still need to get you game time weather conditions here. We'll check that in a moment. As a swing and a miss by Pauls makes it 1-2. Runners on the corners, 1 down. Top of the first, Ottumwa and West Burlington. The pitch. Way high, all the way to the backstop. Coming home is Aller. She'll score. Down to second is Caldwell. Bulldogs have an early 1-0 lead on the wild pitch. Now 2-2 to Pauls, still with the runner in scoring position, an RBI opportunity. And that pitch fouled off, and we stay at 2-2. The Bulldogs of Ottumwa, the Falcons of West Burlington. And the pitch hit high in the air to center. Going back is Richards. Has room, makes the catch. Caldwell tagging. She'll get to third. There are 2 down as Pauls flies out to deep center. And the inning up to Ashlyn Sheets. Sheets was 1 for 3 with an RBI hit, and also the winning pitcher in the game against Fort Madison a little earlier today. Bulldogs an early lead here over West Burlington. Both teams wear pinstripe jerseys. Ottumwa has the red jerseys with the white pinstripes. As this pitch grounded back up the middle, that's a base hit, another RBI. Scoring is Caldwell. Sheets makes it 2-0. So Ottumwa, who left 11 runners on base against Fort Madison and probably felt like they should have had a lot more than 4 runs, they cash in 2 early runs here, and now we get a visit to the circle by West Burlington head coach David Olison. Olison, a longtime head coach for the Falcons. He is their all-time wins leader, 378 wins coming into action today. In his 17th, pardon me, 374 wins in his 17th season. Conference was a short one. Pardon me. Ottumwa and West Burlington have not met since 2009. The Bulldogs won that game way back when, 1-0. Here's Emma Strayer. Runner at first and 2 down in the pitch. Strike on the outer half, 0-1. Strayer in game 1 was 1 for 3 and had a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the 7th inning. That was Ottumwa's 4th and final run, and those insurance runs proved valuable as Fort Madison scored 2 in the bottom half. Pitch inside to Strayer, 1 ball, 1 strike. 2-0 Ottumwa here in the top of the first. 74 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Wind is kicked up a bit. We'll check it in a moment. As this pitch is a strike 1-2. That breeze has kicked up quite a bit, although it still says a southeast wind at 6 miles an hour, but it feels stronger than that now. 1-2 to Strayer. The pitch way high all the way to the backstop. Another wild pitch. The ball ricochets back into fair territory, third base side. Down to second goes Sheets. And now if Strayer could find a base hit, Ottumwa could cash in another run. The 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. We'll do it again. Lauren Summers. She has, by and large, been the only pitcher They do have an 8th grader, Madeline Thomas, who has started 2 games, but Summers, by and large, is their main pitcher. And there's a liner into right center. That's down for a base hit. It is cut off out there by the right fielder, Blaufus, but Sheets will score. RBI hit for Emma Strayer, 3-0 Ottumwa. What a start for the Bulldogs. That brings Maddie Hauk to the plate. Maddie was 1 for 4 with an RBI single in the win over Fort Madison. First pitch from Summers. High and away, ball 1. And the Bulldogs, the red jerseys with the white pinstripes, white lettering Bulldogs across the front, white numbers front and back, white pants, red trim, red socks with white stripes. The 1-0 to Maddie. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. West Burlington has white jerseys with dark green pinstripes, green lettering Falcons across the front, green numbers front and back, black pants, black socks. 1-1 to Hauk. 3-0 Ottumwa, top first. The pitch. Up and away, 2-1. Maddie digs back in. Strayer, the runner at first, and the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, 2-2. Hauk out of the box for a moment, I should say. Now back in. The 2-2 pitch. Up and away, 3-2. Chloe Bradley on deck. Maddie trying to find a way to keep this rally going. The payoff. Ground ball left side, base hit. Strayer will stop at second. The hit parade continues. 4th hit of the inning, first and second. And here is Chloe Bradley. Bradley 1 for 12 on the season. That 1 hit is a double, and Chloe does have 4 RBI. Pitcher versus pitcher here, and the pitch. Down and in, that gets away. Both runners advance to second and third as the ball rolls back near the backstop. Another wild pitch. 3rd one of the inning. 1-0 to Bradley, second and third, 2 out. And this pitch, called a strike. I didn't know Chloe was that tall, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Mandy Moore with a bit of advice for Bradley. Now the Bulldogs senior steps back in. Second and third, 2 down, and the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. It was a 1-2 pitch, but Ottumwa gets 3 runs on 4 hits. They leave a pair. We go to the bottom of the first. The Bulldogs 3, the Falcons coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the first inning, Ottumwa was giving Chloe Bradley a 3-run lead before she ever steps into the circle. The defense behind her has Avery Frankie in left, Maddie Hauk in center, Jordan Pauls in right. Emma Strayer at third, Jocelyn Ware at short, Ella Aller at second, Sam Weeks at first, and Amber Schatz behind the plate. Bradley comes into the game at 2-2 with a 5.07 ERA. Top 3 in the West Burlington order, Reagan Enberg, Lauren Krieger, Lauren Summers. Enberg is senior, hitting .357, 12 runs batted in, right-handed batting shortstop. Bradley toes the rubber, and her first pitch of the afternoon is outside, ball one. Earlier today, the weather app was saying there might be some rain in the next hour, but that appears to have gone away for now. Pitch inside in the count 2-0 to Engberg. Two balls, no strikes. Chloe's pitch. Ground ball, pass Strayer into left field, base hit. Leadoff single for Engberg. Engberg at first, 5 steals on the year, and the batter is the second baseman, Lauren Krieger. Left-handed batter, just a sophomore, hitting .579 with 13 runs batted in. Pitch is way outside, ball one. One ball, no strikes. Ottumwa leading 3-0. We're only in the bottom of the first. And again, this is a very talented West Burlington squad. The pitch, low and away, 2-0. Bradley looking into the dugout for the pitch call from Mandy Moore. Her 2-0 offering is popped up left side. Calling for it is Ware. The shortstop makes the catch, and there's one down. That brings up the pitcher, Lauren Summers. Junior hitting .512, 3 home runs, 20 RBI. So not only is she their best and main pitcher, she is their best hitter. Bradley's pitch. Liner knocked down by Ware. Bob will throw to second, not in time. The ball gets away, and advancing to third is Engberg. Ware had to go down to her knees to make a stop on that low line drive. She knocked it down, picked it up, really didn't have a play by the time she corralled it. That's an infield hit for Summers. And then Engberg will take third on a throwing error by Ware. So the first error Ottumwa's committed all day. They didn't have any against Fort Madison. And now the Falcons have runners on the corners for first baseman Ellie Olesen. Coach's daughter, I'm sure, a junior, hitting .422, a home run and 15 driven in. Bradley's pitch. Outside, ball one. Second session of the day here in the Davenport West tournament. Ottumwa, of course, beat Fort Madison 4-2. In the other game of the first session, Indianola beat Davenport North 11-3. There's a pop-up out towards short, caught by Ware. Runners have to hold, out number 2. That's a big second out for Chloe Bradley. Now she can get out of the inning without any damage if she can retire the left fielder, Madeline Knapp. Knapp, a freshman, hitting .394 with 3 RBI. And with 2 out, we will now get a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Summers. Lacey Felkins, who's a tall, slender player just out of 8th grade, will be the courtesy runner. So Felkins the runner at first, Reagan Engberg the runner at third. And standing in is the freshman, Madeline Knapp. First pitch from Bradley. Little flare out towards second, caught by Ella Aller, and the inning is over, and Bradley pitches around the jam. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. 1 error in the inning. After 1, Ottumwa leading 3-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Wondering what to have for lunch or supper? Stop in and see Mike and his team at Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse. Whether you want amazing Greek food, pasta, salads, sandwiches, fish, chicken, steak, or the best pizza in town, they have what you want. They are always open for carryout, and their full menu is available at mikespizzasteakhouse.com. Thank you, Southern Iowa, for making Mike's Pizza and Steakhouse your favorite restaurant and your favorite pizza place. Proud to support the Ottumwa Bulldogs.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the second inning. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington nothing. Great start to the second and final game for Ottumwa today after they beat Fort Madison in the opener. Talking about the sessions being played here. This is the second session of the day. Ottumwa and West Burlington on the other diamond, Diamond 1. It is Indianola and Fort Madison. Some teams like Fort Madison are playing 3 games here today. The Bulldogs settling for 2. 9, 1, and 2 due up in the Ottumwa order. Avery Frankie, Jocelyn Ware, Ella Aller. Frankie 1 for 3 with a single in the Fort Madison win. First pitch from Lauren Summers. Bunted at, and a catch of that popped up bunt that didn't get more than 5 feet in the air. It was coming back down in the back of the right-handed batter's box, and the catcher, Kylie Logan, made the snag for out number 1. Top of the order, Jocelyn Ware, fly ball to center, her first time up. First pitch, off speed, up and in, ball 1. One and 0 to Ware. The next offering in there for a strike, 1-1. Summers working quickly, the 1-1 to Ware. High fly ball, but foul off to the left, out of play. And the count goes to 1-2. West Burlington not used to trailing. Now, they've had some close games. They're only lost to Albia 7-5, as Ware pops it up right side, backing up in foul territory and dropped by the first baseman Olison. So a new life for Ware, still 1-2. Let's see if Jocelyn can take advantage of the second chance here. That loss by West Burlington to Albia was in the Oskaloosa tournament. As there's a little liner into right center for a single, and Jocelyn Ware does take advantage of her second chance. A 1-out hit. Ottumwa's 5th hit of the game already, and here's Ella Aller, who tripled and scored in the first. West Burlington's other game in Oskaloosa on June 4th, they beat Pella, but only 3-2. Their last time out was last night. They beat Mediapolis 6-1. Now the pitch to Aller. That's a high fly ball to right. Playable for Blaufus, makes the catch, and there's 2 down. And the inning up to Amber Schatz, who walked her first time up. That walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. First pitch on the way to Schatz. High with an off-speed pitch, 1-0. West Burlington has also faced Fort Madison twice and beaten them twice, 2-0 and 9-0. That was early in the season, last month. As the 1-0, swing and a foul back. Foul tip out of the mid of the catcher, Logan. Count even at a ball and a strike. 1-1 to Schatz. Pitch on the way. Ground ball sharply left side. Diving attempt by the third baseman. Engberg managed to deflect it, but it's an infield hit for Schatz. 2 hits in the inning. And that'll give Jordan Pauls a chance with 2 down. Courtesy runner will again be Hunter Caldwell for Schatz. Caldwell's getting a lot of work as a freshman running for Amber because Amber's always on base. But as a catcher, you get the courtesy runner. Here's Pauls, who flew out to deep center her first time up. First pitch. Outside corner strike, 0-1. 0-1 count to Pauls. The next offering from Summers. Swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The next pitch, way high, 1-2. Paul's hanging in there, 2 on, 2 out, the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Summers. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second. Ottumwa leading 3-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the second inning. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 0. Second game for Ottumwa here at the Davenport West tournament. Chloe Bradley pitched around a couple of singles in the first inning and will now face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Falcons in the second. Isabella Blofus, Anna Engberg, and Kylie Logan. Blofus, a sophomore, hitting .345 with 4 runs batted in. All the numbers for West Burlington offensively impressive as a team. .396 average, .476 on base, .566 slugging. And of course the level of competition is around that 3A level. Pitch is a strike on the outside corner to Blofus, 0-1. Bradley's 0-1. Outside, 1-1. Try to go a little further out on that corner, see what was available. 1 ball, 1 strike. Chloe has her pitch call, toes the rubber. Right-hander to right-hander, the 1-1 to Blofus. Little pop-up right side foul. Didn't hang in the air long enough for Amber Schatz to get there, 1-2. Softball Diamond 2 here at the Davenport West complex. A little bit different than what we're used to because there is grass in the foul territory behind the plate and all the way down both sides. Most softball diamonds, it's all dirt except for fair and foul in the outfield. This pitch fouled back over the screen. We'll do it again, 1-2. Not a lot of foul territory behind the plate, but I think there's a bit more here than there is back at Houston Field. Decent amount of foul territory between the dugouts and the baseline. And it doesn't taper off down into the corners. Still 1-2 to Bella Blofus, leading off the second for West Burlington. One hop liner in the center for a leadoff single. Second straight inning, the Falcons have started with a hit. That'll bring the third baseman Anna Engberg to the plate. The younger Engberg, a sophomore. Reagan, their leadoff hitter and shortstop, is a senior. Anna Engberg hitting .308 with 10 runs batted in. One on, nobody out, and the pitch. Bunted, third base side foul, and the count 0-1. West Burlington uses its reserves very sparingly. This starting 9 is pretty much who they are. As that pitch bunted at and missed, 0-2. Anna Engberg, who has One sacrifice on the year, trying to get a bunt down, maybe for a sack, maybe for a base hit, but now 0-2, probably not laying one down. Sunshine peeks out again here in Davenport. The pitch outside, 1-2. And of those 9 main hitters for West Burlington, the 9 in the lineup, nobody's hitting worse than .308. That's how good of a hitting team this is. Little liner. And we had some interference by the runner as Ella Aller was trying to make a play on that liner. The batter, I don't know if the ball hit the runner or if the runner's ruled for interfering, but at any rate, Blaufus is out. That'll be in the book as 4 unassisted. Engberg is at first on the fielder's choice. Aller ended up fielding that ball and throwing to first, but the umpire called it in and ruled the runner out. So 1-on-1 out for the catcher, Kylie Logan. And the pitch is on the outside corner from Chloe Bradley, 0-1. Logan hitting .321 with 10 runs batted in. And 6 sacrifices on the season. So she's been asked to bunt a lot, but with 1 out, probably not here. Now the 0-1. Little liner foul off to the right, 0-2. Three 0 Ottumwa. West Burlington batting bottom of the second inning. 1-on-1 out. Number 8 hitter Logan at the plate. Number 9 hitter Riley Richards on deck. Now the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Amber Schatz behind the plate, keeping close tabs without a runner at first. Keeps popping up to see if she might throw behind and try to pick her off. Anna Eggenberg, the runner at first. 3 steals on the year. Off speed, called, strike 3, and that's out number 2. Beautiful changeup from Chloe Bradley, freezes Logan. First strikeout for Chloe, brought to you by Sonic Drive-In in Ottumwa. Here is the center fielder Riley Richards. Senior hitting .312 with 5 runs batted in. Your lineup's pretty good if your number 9 hitter's batting .312. First pitch, outside corner strike, 0-1, and Chloe right now making a living on that outside corner. Anna Engberg, the runner at first with 2 down. Reagan Engberg is on deck if the inning continues. Now the 0-1. Runner goes, pitches a ball to throw down to second, and the tag would have been close, but the ball popped out of the glove of Ware as the runner slid in, went into center field, backed up by Hauk. Stolen base for Engberg, her 4th. Pitch was a ball, 1-1 to Richards, now with the runner in scoring position and 2 down. Ottumwa still leading 3-0. Bradley kind of clears the dirt off from the rubber as she waits for Richards to dig back in. Now Chloe has the pitch call and toes the rubber. Here's the 1-1. Outside 2-1. Bulldogs got 3 in the first. Had a couple of hits in the second but couldn't add to it. Now Chloe's 2-1. In the dirt, picked up, throw to third. The tag not in time as the ball hopped out of the glove of Strayer. If Strayer hangs on to that throw, they might have had Engberg. It will be a wild pitch, but the ball only rolled about a foot away from Amber Schatz, picked it up, fired to third, but Strayer trying to catch it and tag at the same time just couldn't hang on. 3-1 to Richards, now the runner at third. There are 2 out, and the pitch inside, ball 4. And that'll bring up the top of the order, Reagan Engberg, who singled her first time up. Again, West Burlington has 2 on, second inning in a row. First pitch. Popped up, right side, Aller heading out. Ella will get there and make the catch. to retire the side. So again, Chloe Bradley pitches in and out of trouble. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. After 2, Bulldogs 3, Falcons nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hey, it's Sam here, your Lisco sales rep. Summertime weather is just around the corner, so you know the drill. Construction is in full swing, and we have limited time to get your order on the list for this year. As you're prioritizing your goals for 2022, let's make you the priority. We can chat details about what would make your home or business data connection the most successful. To add or update your services, call me, Samantha Knoll, for your Lisco sales and account management. 641-209-5400, 209-5400, or visit us at lisco.com.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 3rd inning as Ottumwa and West Burlington meet for the first time since 2009. Bulldogs softball in the Davenport West tournament. Ottumwa comes to bat in the top of the 3rd, leading 3-0. Bulldogs will have 5, 6, and 7 in the order due up. Sheets, Strayer, and Hauk against Lauren Summers, who came in with an ERA of 0.87, but the Bulldogs have touched her for 3 runs on 6 hits. Ashlyn Sheets has one of those hits, an RBI single and a run scored in the 1st inning. First pitch here to Sheets. Low and away, ball 1. Sunshine was out for a bit, but now it's gone back behind the clouds. The 1-0 to Sheets. Low and away again, 2-0. Summers struggling with her control a bit. She threw 3 wild pitches in the 1st inning. Sheets with a 2-0 count. And the pitch. Up and in, 3-0. Summers has walked 1. She has struck out 2. Ashlyn Sheets way ahead of Summers, 3-0. Pitch is outside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Sheets, brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. And the batter is Emma Strayer, who had an RBI single her first time up. And will she swing away, or may they ask her to lay down a bunt right here? We'll see. Strayer does not have a sacrifice on the year. First pitch, inside corner strike, 0-1. Well, to be fair, nobody in the Ottumwa stat list has a sacrifice, and perhaps Ottumwa's not keeping track of those. Sheets at first, nobody out, top 3. The pitch. Emma pulled the bat back on a low and in pitch. And the count even at 1-1. Sheets had a fairly big lead at first after the pitch came in, and catcher Logan decided to throw to second. That sent Ashlyn diving back to first. That was an interesting sequence. Count even at a ball and a strike. The next offering called a strike on the inside corner. No sign of a bunt there. 1-2. Strayer digs back in. Summers brings home the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball left side, deflected by a diving shortstop Engberg, but that'll be a base hit for Emma Strayer. 2 on, nobody out. Engberg knocked it down but couldn't field it cleanly. Even if she comes up with that, I don't think she has a play. And the batter, Maddie Hauk, who singled her first time up. 7 hits already for the Bulldogs. That's as many as they had in all of the win over Fort Madison earlier today. First pitch to Maddie. Bunts it foul back to the screen, 0-1. Maddie tried to square around as the pitch is being delivered. I thought she got around in time, but couldn't get the bunt squared up. Now 0-1. Sheets at second, Strayer at first. And the pitch. Down and in, 1 ball, 1 strike. No sign of a bunt there as Maddie stood as if to swing away, but took the pitch. 1-1 to the Bulldogs center fielder. 2 on, nobody out. Ottumwa's had traffic in every inning so far. The pitch. It's called a strike at the letters 1 and 2. I don't think Maddie's that tall. But now down in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strayer had a hit on a 1-2 pitch. Let's see what Maddie can do. Foul it back. Stays alive, 1 and 2. Sheets walked on 4 pitches. Strayer with a base hit. Officially an infield hit after the diving attempt by Engberg, but it would have been a hit either way. Now a 1-2 count to Houck. Nobody out. And the pitch. Pop foul back and out of play. We stay at 1 and 2. Wind kicking up a bit more here in Davenport. Another 1-2 to Houck. Way high with an off-speed pitch, 2 and 2. Summers has tried that changeup a few times and just hasn't been able to get it where she wants it to go. Now the 2-2. Ground ball, third base line fair, picked up by Engberg, steps on third, throw to first, not in time. So a fielder's choice. Sheets retired 5 unassisted. Down to second goes Strayer, Houck at first, and with 1 down, the batter Chloe Bradley, who struck out her first time up. Chloe digs in, first pitch from Summers. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Someone got 2 hits, or a walking hit, I should say, to start the inning, but now trying to cash it in with the bottom part of the order. Here's the 0-1. Bradley pops it up on the infield fly, batters out, catch made by the pitcher Summers, and there's 2 away. And it's up to Avery Frankie, who tried to bunt her way on her first time up, popped the bunt about 5 feet in the air, and it was caught just off the top of the dirt by the catcher, Kylie Logan. Avery almost certainly swinging away here, unless she wants to try to bunt for a hit to load the bases. First pitch on the way, and it's on the outer half for a strike, 0-1. No balls and a strike to the Bulldog left fielder. The next offering, high. Count evens at 1-1. Three 0 Ottumwa, 2 on, 2 out, top 3 for the Bulldogs, trying to add to it. And the 1-1 pitch. That's called a strike at the letters 1 and 2. And again, these seem high to me. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way to Frankie. High and away, 2 and 2. Jocelyn Ware on deck if Frankie can keep the inning going. 2 and 2, umpire calling out the count after every pitch. We don't have a scoreboard again here at this field. And that pitch rolled to third, fielded by Engberg. She'll step on the bag for the force out that retires the side. Ottumwa no runs on a hit, they leave 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead West Burlington 3-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the third inning here in Davenport. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 0. Game 2 of the Davenport West tournament. Bulldogs hoping to go 2-0 on the day. They beat Fort Madison 4-2 in the opener. Heart of the order coming up here for West Burlington: Krieger, Summers, and Olesen. Lauren Krieger popped out to short her first time up. Ottumwa 3 runs, 6 hits. 7 hits and no errors. West Burlington, no runs, 3 hits. Wait, a correction there. Ottumwa has one error. West Burlington does not have an error. So Ottumwa 3-7-1, West Burlington 0-3-0. Krieger, the left-handed batter, will stand in. Have an off-white softball cleat, standing in stark contrast to the black pants and socks they wear. Takes a pitch for a strike from Chloe Bradley, 0-1. Krieger steps out for a moment, now back in. Bradley's 0-1. Off speed, dropped in for a strike, 0-2. Boy, Chloe has that changeup working early today. She's already gotten one big strikeout with it. 0-2 the count here to Krieger. Open stance in that left-handed box. The pitch. Little roller out to third. Strayer has it. Throw to first. One down. Good 0-2 pitch by Bradley. If Krieger doesn't swing, she probably gets called out on strikes. Instead, she rolls out weakly to third. One away for Lauren Summers. Singled her first time up. Again, their best hitter, .512 average. 3 home runs, 20 RBI, leads him in all the Triple Crown categories. Well, 2 of the 3 Triple Crown categories. Krieger was batting .579. Krieger's 0 for 2 now. First pitch from Bradley to Summers, outside, ball 1. When we first set up here behind the backstop at Field 2 at Davenport West Complex, I was remembering the last time we were here 6 years ago. And I'd have to look up who the opponent was, as this pitch is outside 2-0. But we went to extra innings in a tournament game here. Maddie Wiley was catching. And in extra, if you go to extra innings in this tournament, they go to the international rule. They put a runner on second to start each inning. As this 2-0 pitch is lined into left field for a base hit. Summers is 2 for 2. Frankie gets it back in quickly, 1 on, 1 out. And the batter, Ellie Olson, who popped out her first time up. But in extra innings in that game in 2016, whoever we were playing got the runner to third with 1 out, then hit a fly ball to left. The runner tried to tag and come home. The throw beats her. You remember Maddie Wiley, about 5'4", if I remember her basketball height correctly, but maybe the toughest player I've ever seen in an Ottumwa uniform, as that pitch misses outside, ball 1. Maddie was not tall, but you shook her hand, you thought she was going to break your hand with the strength she had in the squeeze. She catches the throw just as the runner gets there, gets completely dump trucked at the plate, hangs on for the out. And then Ottumwa would end up scoring in the bottom of the inning to win it. As there's a ground ball to short, Ware has it, play is to first, makes it in time, 2 down. Down to second goes Summers. And the batter is Madeline Knapp, who popped out to end the first inning. Once again, West Burlington head coach David Olison will have, with 2 out, a courtesy runner for his pitcher, Summers. It'll again be Lacey Felkins. So I wondered why he waited in the first inning until the second out, but now I think I see the strategy. Summers is good enough to run for herself, but he doesn't want her running with 2 outs. He wants her in the dugout getting ready to pitch. First pitch to Knapp is way outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The next offering from Chloe. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Around third is Felkins. Up with it is Hauk. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is not in time. RBI single for Knapp. She'll take second on the throw, and West Burlington's on the board. Ottumwa's lead cut to 3-1. That'll bring up Isabella Blaufus, who singled her first time up. Knapp gets only her 4th RBI of the year. And that's softball for you. West Burlington had 2 runners on in each of the first 2 innings and stranded 2 both times. They only had 1 runner on with 2 out here in the third, and they score. That pitch in there for a strike to Blaufus, 0-1. 3-1, Ottumwa's lead down to 2. You knew West Burlington wasn't going to stay down. Now the 0-1. Inside, didn't miss the shoulder of Blaufus by much. I thought it was going to hit her. 1-1. Bradley taking her time between pitches. The seniors 1-1. Way outside, 2-1. Knapp getting a pretty good run off the bag there when the pitch comes home. She's so far off the bag that if Ottumwa had somebody on second when shots came up looking to throw, they might have been able to pick her off. The 2-1. Cute foul off to the right, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Chloe Bradley could use a K to get out of this inning with only the 1 run scoring. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Ottumwa leading 3-1 over West Burlington. Anna Engberg on deck of the inning continues. The 2-2 to Blaufus. Popped it up on the infield. Who wants it? Elle Aller coming in, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We go to the top of the 4th. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 4th inning, Bulldog softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. If you're listening but you want to watch, head on over to the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. You'll find the live stream there on our page. Bulldogs leading West Burlington 3-1, our second game here in the Davenport West tournament. Top of the order for Ottumwa, Ware, Aller, and Schatz due up against Lauren Summers, the excellent pitcher for West Burlington. Ottumwa leading 3-1. Ware takes a strike 0-1. Jocelyn 1 for 2 with a single. Bulldogs got all 3 runs in the first inning. They've left 2 on in each inning, though. They've threatened to get more. Now the 0-1. Off speed, that's called a strike 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Ware trying to start another Bulldog rally. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Chased one up in her eyes for out number 1. That brings up Elle Aller 1 for 2 with a triple and a run. First pitch on the way to Aller. Way high with an off-speed pitch, 1-0. Bulldogs 3 in the first, West Burlington 1 in the third. 1 out, nobody on here in the 4th, and Aller pops it foul out of play. Count even at a ball and a strike. I'm guessing after we depart here, Davenport North is going to play on this field because I see a few of their fans over watching this game. That pitch lifted in the air, foul off to the right, out of play again. And the count 1-2 on Elle Aller. The Bulldogs' second baseman digs back in. Summers into the 1-2. Down and in, 2-2. Amber Schatz on deck, ready to deliver a softball back to the umpire, one that was fouled off earlier. 2-2 to Aller, pitch on the way. Little looper out to short, fielded in the hole by Engberg. Throw to first, not in time. Infield hit Elle Aller. Ottumwa's 8th hit of the game. And Amber Schott's the batter. She's walked and singled. I would love to see Amber get a pitch she can drive here. Ottumwa leading 3-1, looking for more. 1 on, 1 out in the fourth. The pitch. Up and away, ball 1. Aller at first has not attempted a steal this year. The Bulldogs coming into the tournament only had 17 as a team. And there is a liner caught by the third baseman for the out. Throwback to first, not in time. Aller, good base running there, diving back in. Amber hit it hard, but caught by Anna Engberg. And there's 2 down for Jordan Pauls, who's flied to deep center and struck out. First pitch on the way to Pauls here. Way high, ball 1. That one must have slipped out of the hand of Summers. Jordan, powerful right-handed batting junior, awaiting the pitch. And hits it high in the air to right, but not that deep underneath it, and making the catch is Blaufus to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Ottumwa leading West Burlington 3-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Chloe Bradley back to the circle. Ottumwa leading West Burlington 3-1. Seven, 8, 9 due up for the Falcons here in the fourth inning. Engberg, Logan, and Richards. Anna Engberg reached on a fielder's choice and stole a base her first time up, but was eventually stranded at third. Engberg will stand in here to start the fourth inning. Sunshine has tried to peek out a few times here in Davenport, but we're back to pretty much overcast skies. Shouldn't get any rain until later, though. Bradley's first pitch to Engberg on the inside corner for a called strike. From our angle, and we're a little bit off center of the plate, that ball actually looks like it's coming in at Engberg's hip and then fading back in over the inside corner. That's a nice pitch. 0-1. Chloe brings it home, and it's popped foul off to the right. That'll land out of everybody's reach. Beyond first base in foul territory, strike 2. Oh, 0-2 the count to Engberg. Chloe has struck out 1 and walked 1. She's allowed a run on 5 hits through 3 innings. The 0-2. Outside, 1-2. The younger of the two Engbergs for West Burlington digs back in. And Chloe's pitch. Low, 2-2. The West Burlington softball program also has players from Burlington, Notre Dame. Notre Dame doesn't have its own softball team. It's a co-op. 2-2 the count to Engberg. And the pitch. High fly ball, left side foul, well foul. Up against the fence over there, out of reach of Avery Frankie, still 2-2. Anna Engberg, slender sophomore third baseman. Doesn't use batting gloves. Digs in with a 2-2 count. Bradley got ahead 0-2, now it's even. The pitch. Chopper to third. Strayer waits on the second, hop throw to first, in time, out number 1. When Chloe's pitching well, she's getting groundouts. Didn't have any in the first couple of innings, well, except for the one where there was interference. That's 3 of them in the last inning and a third. Kylie Logan, the batter, called out on strikes, her first time up. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. That pitch grounded, one hop to short, bobbled by Ware, picks it up, throw to first, in time for out number 2. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Riley Richards, who walked her first time up. Two out, nobody on, bottom of the 4th. Ottumwa leading 3-1. First pitch, in there for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1, inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. The next offering from Bradley, popped it up. Bradley wants it herself, drops it, and the inning will continue. Ottumwa commits its second error, and that'll bring the top of the order, Reagan Engberg, to the plate. Engberg 1 for 2 with a single. See if Bradley can shake off the mistake and get the final out of this inning. First pitch. In there for a strike, runner goes, throw down to second, the tag. Not in time. Stolen base for Richards. Count is 0-1 to Reagan Engberg. Chloe's pitch. Inside corner, strike, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Just outside, 1-2. Bradley looks into the dugout for the pitch call. Now her 1-2 to Engberg. Off speed, oh. Well, I thought that was a changeup for strike 3. I guess it was ruled high, 2-2. Chloe's pitch. High fly ball to left. Frankie is there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits, an error, 1 left. We go to the 5th. Ottumwa leading 3-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Ottumwa High softball on KBIZ and on the live video stream. Apologies for a technical delay on the radio side. We've got our audio restored now, and we're in the bottom of the fifth inning. Ottumwa still leading West Burlington 3-1. There's one out as Lauren Krieger's just grounded out to second. Lauren Summers, who is 2 for 2, takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Chloe Bradley pitching with a 2-run lead as this pitch is inside and the count even at 1-1. Pretty fast-moving ball game to this point. Not quite 1 hour old yet. Well, I take that back. I didn't read my own handwriting. It's about 1 hour and 10 minutes old. There's a ground ball left side base hit. Summers is 3 for 3. You see why she's hitting over 500. So 1 on, 1 out. And this time they will have a courtesy runner for Summers right away. Previous 2 times she reached, head coach David Olson waited until there were 2 out. So once again, it will be Lacey Felkins to run for Summers. Felkins has the only run that West Burlington has scored so far today. She came home on a 2-out hit by Madeline Knapp in the 3rd inning. Ottumwa got all 3 of its runs in the 1st. Ellie Olson has popped out and grounded out 0 for 2. First pitch. Ground ball sharply knocked down by Strayer. Throw to second for 1. Relay to first. Not in time, but a great play by Strayer on a hard hit ball by Olson to knock it down, pick it up, and get the lead runner. Falcons retired at second for the fielder's choice. 2 down. Olson at first, and the batter is Knapp, who's 1 for 2 with the RBI single. And we have a stoppage here as Mandy Moore is out to talk to Ella Aller. Looks like did she bang her hand maybe making that throw to first? My view was partially obscured by people standing at home plate. But Ella looks like she's okay. And now here is Knapp. Runner at first and 2 down. And Chloe Bradley trying to navigate the heart of the order for the 3rd time today. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Started this game at 74 degrees. It's 75 now, but without the sun, it feels chillier. Off speed on the outside corner, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Again, we apologize for the audio difficulties in the top of the 5th inning. We couldn't do anything on the radio side. On the video side, I think we at least had silent video of the top of the 5th. And there's a pop-up foul right side. Weeks over for a look, makes the catch. That's a nice play by Weeks, given that she's kind of running on a bum ankle. And that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. After 5, Bulldogs 3, Falcons 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Top of the 6th inning, Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 1. Sydney Rockhold will lead this inning off. After Ottumwa went in order, I believe, in the top of the fifth. Rockhold will bat for Chloe Bradley. Sydney was the DP in game 1 against Fort Madison and went 0 for 2. She'll try to get on here and start a rally. Ottumwa leading 3-1. First pitch from Lauren Summers. Swing and a foul tip for strike 1. Oh, 1 to Rockhold, the sophomore. The pitch. Way high, 1 ball, 1 strike. Ottumwa has 8 hits. 4 of those came in the first inning. They stranded 2 in each of the first 3 innings, stranded 1 in the fourth. And now Rockhold bunts it out in front of the plate. Good bunt, and the throw, not in time. Third baseman Engberg came in and fielded that bunt, called off the catcher Logan, and Sydney beats it out for a bunt single, the Bulldogs' 9th hit. So she's on for Avery Frankie, who is fouled out trying to bunt and has reached on a fielder's choice. I would imagine this could be another bunt right here. First pitch, inside, no sign of a bunt, taking all the way, ball 1. Mandy Moore calls out the new play. Sydney at first, nobody out. Avery at the plate, number 9 hitter. The 1-0. Bunts it, it's in the air and caught on a nice play out in front of the plate by Kylie Logan for out number 1. Well, that's twice Avery has popped up a bunt, not very high, but the catch made by Logan for an out. Top of the order, Jocelyn Ware, 1 for 3 with a single. First pitch here, swing and a miss, strike 1. Time called, Mandy Moore wants to talk to Ware. Conversation's over and Ware heads back to home plate. No balls and a strike. The pitch from Summers. Swing and a miss, 0-2. One on, one out. Ware trying to protect now. The 0-2 from Summers. Called strike 3 in the outside corner, and there's 2 down. That brings Abella Aller 2 for 3 with a triple, a single. She scored a run. Thinking about the time limit, Ottumwa would need to keep this inning going for at least a couple more minutes to get us close to it. First pitch, Ella pops it up right side. That's not going to happen. Underneath it is Krieger, the second baseman, to make the catch and retire the side. Ottumwa gets a leadoff bunt single from Rockhold, but cannot do anything with it. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Ottumwa still leading West Burlington 3-1. The Bulldogs got all 3 of the runs in the first inning. West Burlington 1 in the 3rd. Chloe Bradley got through the heart of the order in the 5th inning without giving up anything but a single. Has to get through 6, 7, 8 here. Blaufus, Anna Engberg, and Logan. Bella Blaufus has singled and popped out 1 for 2. I just heard the umpire say there's 8 minutes left on the 90-minute time limit. Now, if this frame ends before 8 minutes are up, then we will play the 7th inning. But if West Burlington takes more than 8 minutes in this inning, and the game is not tied at the end of the inning, then we'll be done after 6. I don't know, if you're Ottumwa, do you try to find a way to get 3 outs and not give up a run, but somehow still take 8 minutes to do it? That's actually not easy to do. It doesn't sound like a lot of time. Most at-bats don't take more than a minute. And there's a fly ball to center. Howe coming on, has to play it on a bounce. Leadoff single. Blaufus reaches to start the 6th inning. 3rd time in 6 innings that the leadoff hitter's been on for the Falcons. Now, when they scored in the 3rd, they actually didn't get the leadoff hitter on. Here is Anna Engberg, who is 0 for 2. Fielder's choice grounder and a ground ball to 3rd. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. One and 0 to the 3rd baseman for West Burlington. Chloe's pitch. Pop foul off to the right. Weeks can't reach it. Just didn't stay in the air long enough. Count even at a ball and a strike. The ball near the fence, first base side. Well, again, Weeks is out there playing first base as the flex player. Gamely going on an ankle she turned just 3 days ago. 1-1 to Anna Engberg. The pitch. Off speed, flared into shallow right. Pauls plays it on a hop, and it got away from her. Racing for second is Engberg. Racing to third. Ahead of the throw is Blaufus, and all of a sudden it is second and third. Nobody out on what will be a bloop double for Anna Engberg. Pauls was thinking about coming up and throwing to first, but that ball had English on it, and it took a bounce to the side. And now Ottumwa's lead is in danger. Tying runs in scoring position. Nobody out. Kylie Logan, who was struck out and grounded out. Infield creeping in for Ottumwa now. They want to cut a run down at the plate if they can. First pitch. Outside, ball 1. Neither hit in this inning hit hard at all. Kind of reminiscent of that Burlington doubleheader when the Greyhounds just kept hitting bloops. 1-0 to Logan. The pitch. Chopper left side fielded by Strayer. Looks the runner back, throw to first. Not in time. Strayer took a little bit too long, and the bases are loaded with nobody out. That's not a hit, it's a fielder's choice. Everybody's safe. And the batter, Riley Richards. Now, as we probably will get a courtesy runner for the catcher, Logan. The run didn't score, so if Bradley could get another ground ball, you just throw home for the force. Courtesy runner, by the way, Madeline Thomas, out of 8th grade. Just out of 8th grade, I should say. Bases loaded, nobody out. Chloe Bradley has held off this powerful Falcon attack for 5 innings, but they've got her on the ropes here in the 6th. Number 9 hitter Richards at the plate has walked and has reached on a dropped pop-up. Infield in for Ottumwa. Boy, a pop-up would be nice right here, wouldn't it? The pitch. Fly ball foul down the right field line. That'll land out of play, or out of reach, 0-1. No balls and a strike. Richards digs back in. It's almost still leading 3-1, but that's in severe jeopardy. Off speed, missed, and we're even at 1-1. Bradley rocks and fires 1-1, and it's grounded foul, third base side, 1-2. A strikeout would be nice too, but that's not Chloe's game. Bradley has 1 strikeout today in 5+ innings. On the season, 14 strikeouts in 29 innings, so just under a strikeout every other inning. And that number bolstered a little bit by her 6th strikeout outing against Des Moines North. The 1-2 pitch. Popped it up. Left side, Strayer calls for it on the line into foul territory, makes the catch, 1 down. That is a big first out. But now you're back to the top of the order, and Reagan Engberg, who is 1 for 3 with a single, a pop-up, and a flyout. Infield still in for Ottumwa. Boy, another pop-up would be great right here, wouldn't it? Chloe brings it home, and it's off speed up and away, ball 1. One and 0 to Reagan Engberg, the senior. Chloe's next pitch. Fly ball to center, Howe coming on, shallow, makes the catch, runner tags. Here's a throw to the plate, and out at the plate to end the inning as Paul's bobbled the ball, but the slide never got to the plate. Anna picked it up and made the tag. West Burlington is arguing that the plate was blocked unfairly. Now the umpires will converse here. If the call stands, the inning is over. Schatz, I think I said Paul, Schatz was not trying to block the plate. She was trying to catch the throw and make a tag. The ball popped out of her hand, and as the slide came in, the runner on third, Blaufus, didn't get to the plate. Amber picked up the ball and made the tag. And the base umpire is a crew chief here, and this he's basically dictating this, most of this conversation. So what will the call be here? I can see it going either way. Out is the call, and the inning is over. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We go to the 7th. Ottumwa leading 3-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
On the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page.
Top of the 7th inning. And by the way, the bottom of the 6th inning did end before the time limit, so we will play the 7th. Ottumwa 3, West Burlington 1. And what an interesting play to end the bottom of the 6th. Bases loaded, 1 out. Shallow fly out to center. Maddie Houck's throw to the plate right on the money. Amber Schatz tried to catch it and lay the tag on Bella Blaufus. The ball popped out of her glove. Blaufus' slide came up short of the plate. The ball stayed right there in front of the plate. Amber picked it up and tagged her out. And after a discussion, the call stood. First pitch to Schatz. High fly ball, deep left field, going back Knapp, and makes the catch just shy of the wall for out number 1. Schatz just missed. West Burlington was arguing that Schatz on the last play of the 6th inning was unfairly blocking the plate. And there's some gray area in there to be certain. But I think the ruling was that Schatz wasn't trying to block the plate as Jordan Pauls takes a pitch up high, ball 1. Schatz was catching the throw, or trying to catch the throw and lay down the tag, and in the process of catching where the throw was, it hopped in. Pitch is a strike, 1-1. That momentum took her right into where the runner was sliding. I understand where West Burlington's argument is. That pitch high, 2-1. It's also fair to note that just because a runner slides into the catcher, that doesn't automatically make it blocking the plate and obstruction. And the umpire's decision, it did not. There's a sharp grounder up the middle base hit. Jordan Pauls has her first hit of game 2. 1 on, 1 out, and the batter, Ashlyn Sheets. Sheets is 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI single. She's also scored a run. Ottumwa leading 3-1 here in the top of the 7th against West Burlington. The pitch, low and away, ball 1. Now, Ottumwa was in a similar situation against Fort Madison earlier today, a 2-run lead going to the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs added 2 runs and needed them, as there's a high fly ball to right center. And, the right fielder, Blaufus, comes in and makes the catch, and nearly ran into the center fielder, Richards. And there's 2 down for Emma Strayer, who is 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. So Ottumwa got 2 insurance runs last game and needed them when they gave up 2 in the bottom of the 7th. They haven't scored yet in this 7th inning, and Strayer takes an off-speed pitch way high, ball 1. You've got Pauls at first with 2 down. And Strayer trying to keep the inning going. The 1-0. Pop foul off to the left on top of the third base dugout. Count evens at a ball and a strike. One and one to the Bulldog third baseman. The pitch. High, 2-1. Shots flew out to deep left. Paul's a sharp single up the middle. Sheets flew out to right. Now 2-1 to Strayer. Down and in, 3-1 with Hauk on deck. After Hauk is the pitcher spot Bradley. Bradley was pinch hit for last inning, then re-entered. As this pitch is inside, ball 4. It's a walk brought to you by Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. First and second for Maddie Hauk, who's 1 for 3. And I bring that up because Chloe Bradley will have to take the at-bat. If they were to pinch hit for her again, if she comes up, she'd be out of the game. And before Hauk bats, David Olison, the head coach of West Burlington, out of the dugout. Boy, he was not happy about that call to end the 6th inning. He made his case for obstruction, and he got the umpires to confer, but after they conferred, they kept the same call, and then Olison stayed on the field and continued arguing with the home plate umpire for a couple of minutes afterwards. Although, to be honest, my sense was the base umpire was making most of the case in that discussion that the call stood. Here's the pitch to Hauk. Inside, ball 1. No call to strike, 0-1. Jordan Paul's average speed at second, as the 0-1 is on the inside corner, strike 2. Hauk has been pulling out of the way of both those pitches. The first one I thought might have been inside. That second one was right there on the corner for sure. So she's down on the count, 0-2. 2 on, 2 out, top 7, 3-1 Ottumwa. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Well, fasten your seatbelts. Bottom of the 7th, 3 outs away from a win. Heart of the order coming up for West Burlington. Ottumwa up 3-1 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Bottom of the 7th inning, if Ottumwa can record the final 3 outs here and maintain a 3-1 lead over West Burlington, the Bulldogs will win both of their games in Davenport today. Ottumwa's already beaten Fort Madison 4-2. But in order to get the win, Chloe Bradley's going to have to go through 2, 3, and 4 in the Falcon order: Krieger, Summers, and Olesen. Lauren Krieger came into the game batting .579, but is 0 for 3 with a pop out and 2 groundouts. Summers, their best hitter, is 3 for 3. Well, we thought for all the world like West Burlington would find a way to at least tie the game last inning. There's a ground ball up the middle base hit. First pitch swinging, and Krieger has her first hit. That'll bring Summers to the plate as a tying run. West Burlington loaded the bases with nobody out in the 6th inning. A pop out recorded the first out, and then a fly out to center and a play at the plate to get the 3rd out, not without some controversy, but Ottumwa avoided damage in the 6th. Now, though, right back into the fire in the 7th. Summers has 3 singles. Chloe's pitch. Ground ball fair down the 3rd base line. Frankie over to pick it up. Krieger will stop at second. Back-to-back singles, 2 on, nobody out. And the winning run at the plate in Ellie Olesen, who is 0 for 3. Olesen tattooed the ball her last time up, but Stray made a great play to knock it down and throw out the lead runner. That was back in the 5th inning. With Chloe Bradley trying to avoid a fate that has plagued her at times in her pitching career. As that pitch is lined into left base hit, 3 pitches, 3 sharp singles are loaded with nobody out again. And Bradley has had games in her career where she's pitched so well against good competition, and then that 1 inning gets away from her. Thought maybe she'd avoided it by getting out of the last inning, but now the tying run's in scoring position, the winning run at first, nobody out. Mandy Moore out of the dugout to talk to the umpire. And is she perhaps going to go back to Ashlyn Sheets? Indeed she will. So that's going to be all for Chloe Bradley in the circle. As Ashlyn Sheets, who had been the DP, will come on to pitch. It's a call to the bullpen, so let's take 30 seconds and return on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
At Family First Chiropractic, it is our goal to get you and your family as healthy as possible and keep you healthy for the rest of your life. We deliver an elevated level of care for the entire family. We approach healthcare from a holistic view, incorporating multiple chiropractic techniques and physical therapy to ensure that our patients achieve the best results as fast as possible. We believe you deserve the best. A little preventative care now will eliminate pain management in later years. We want our kids to grow and live an active, healthy lifestyle. Get your family checked at Family First Chiropractic.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Radio Group Facebook page.
Ashlyn Sheets, who got the complete game win over Fort Madison earlier today, is on to try to save it for Chloe Bradley. Bradley, 6 innings pitched plus 3 batters in the 7th. Just 1 run so far, 11 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. She is responsible for all 3 runners on base. If they all 3 come home and West Burlington wins it, Bradley would end up with the loss. But right now, bases loaded, nobody out. Ottumwa leading 3-1, and Sheets on to try to retire in some fashion 3 hitters without more than 1 run scoring. I think we will again get a courtesy runner here for the pitcher Summers, who's out at second. To this point, that courtesy runner has always been Lacey Felkins, and she's headed out there again. Madeline Knapp, the batter, 1 for 3. She's driven in the only West Burlington run to this point, an RBI single in the 3rd. She's also popped out to second and fouled out to first. Sheets could use a foul out right here. Infield is in for Ottumwa. They'll come home for the four, so they get a grounder. First pitch. Outside, ball one. Shouldn't be too worried about the stamina for Sheets. It's a fairly cool late spring afternoon, the 1-0. In their first strike, 1-1. Strikeout would be ideal here. Sheets had 4 strikeouts against the Bloodhounds. Averaged a strikeout an inning last year. Hasn't done that yet this season. Now the 1-1 to Knapp. Hit in the air, foul off to the right, out of play, 1-2. Well, Sheets 1 strike away from getting what would be a huge first out. And we said every hitter in this lineup is good. Nobody's hitting less than 308. But you are, after Knapp, getting down to the bottom half of the order. The 1-2. Slow roller to first. Weeks has it. Throw home. They get the force for out number 1. And it's still 3-1. That's exactly what Ottumwa needed, an out without a run scoring. Krieger retired 3-2. That puts Falcons at third, Olesen at second, Knapp at first. No, check that. We'll have to, I want to double check something here. There is a strike to Bella Blaufus, 0-1. They did not use Falcons as a courtesy runner. I was mistaken. That pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. Falcons pinch ran for Olesen. So Falcons is at second. Summers is at third. And the 0-2, low and away, 1 ball, 2 strikes to Blaufus. So Summers at third, Falcons at second, and Knapp at first. When Falcons pinch ran, she was representing the winning run. Now with the force of the plate, Falcons is a tying run at second. 1 out, bases loaded. The 1-2. In the dirt, good stop by Amber Schatz, 2-2. Infield still in for Ottumwa. Blaufus is 2 for 3, 2 singles. Now the 2-2. Little roller to short. Ware's got it. They go home. There's the force. 2 down. Back-to-back fielder's choice. Force outs at the plate. Summers retired 6-2. Falcons to third. Knapp to second. Blaufus now representing the winning run at first. And the batter is Anna Engberg, who is 1 for 3 with a bloop double. Infield now backs up to normal depth. The force out at any base ends this game. Sheets has done her job so far. Can she get the final out? The pitch. Ground ball left side through the whole base hit. 1 run is in. Around third is a tying run. Here's a throw to the plate. The catch, the tag. Out at the plate, and Ottumwa wins! Maddie Hart throws out the potential game tie right at the plate, and the Bulldogs win it 3-2. And again, West Burlington wants to argue a block of the plate, but that play was cleaner. No bobble, catch, tag, and out. And Ottumwa wins it on a play at the plate. And West Burlington is still arguing the call. Head coach David Olesen, with both teams lining up to shake hands, he is still arguing. The ball game is over, and Ottumwa wins it by a final of 3-2. So we'll take 3 minutes, come back, and get you the totals on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. people with goals, people who want to save more, people that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you, great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
All roads lead to the new home of the realtors you've come to trust in our community, Bridge City Realty. Whether you're buying or selling property, contact our qualified staff of experienced professional salespeople at our offices, now located next door to Walgreens. We're right in the heart of Ottumwa at 301 West 4th, so stop by or call our new office line at 684-1234. Bridge City Realty, Southeast Iowa's #1 real estate agency.
Hello, this is Lisa Bittner, Clinic Manager with Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine. We specialize in pediatrics to geriatrics, internal medicine, and family practice, basically from babies to grandparents. We are here for you. We want to be your primary care provider. Call us at 641-683-0800 to schedule an appointment. Mercy One Ottumwa Family and Internal Medicine Clinic, 522 North Hancock Street in Ottumwa. Your best life, our one purpose. Visit mercyone.org.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Performance Pipe in Bloomfield is hiring. They have 3 classifications open for hire: molding operators, a molding setup, and a maintenance position. Performance Pipe offers a competitive benefit package including medical, life insurance, pension plan, 401k, paid vacation, and holidays. Applicants must be 18 years or older, have a high school diploma or GED, and a valid driver's license. To apply, go to cpchem.com. Click Careers, type in Bloomfield to see the details of each job and apply for the one that best suits you. Or Google Performance Pipe in Bloomfield and ask for D. Chevron Phillips Chemical Company is an equal opportunity affirmative action employer.
Hi everyone, this is Karina Drummond with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. We are a full-service salon offering hair, nail, brow, lash, facial, and waxing services. We also handle weddings, proms, and other large events with multiple person makeover sessions, so contact us early to get booked for your next event. We thank all of our loyal customers for your patronage and invite all newcomers to join our salon family. And remember, looking good doesn't happen by chance, it happens by appointment with Reflection Studio in Ottumwa. Like Reflection Studio on Facebook and visit reflectionstudio.com. That's Reflections with a Z.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Welcome back one final time to the Davenport West Baseball Softball Complex, where your Ottumwa Bulldogs go 2-0 this year in the Davenport West Softball Tournament. Ottumwa won Game 1 over Fort Madison 4-2, and in thrilling fashion, they knock off Class 3A number 4 West Burlington 3-2 in the game that ended on a tag out at the plate, with West Burlington trying to score the tying run from second. For the Bulldogs, 3 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 11 left on base. Chloe Bradley gets the win. She's 3-2. Ashlyn Sheets comes on to earn her first save. For West Burlington, 2 runs, 12 hits, no errors, 11 left on base. Lauren Summers, the loss, now 11-2. The ballgame took 1 hour and 45 minutes. Ottumwa improves to 8-5. West Burlington drops to 12-2. Our next broadcast of Ottumwa High Athletics comes up Monday night. We are with softball on the road for a conference doubleheader at Des Moines Lincoln. First pitch at 5 o'clock, pregame at 4:50 on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. We'll take one more timeout, come back, and wrap it up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels
Are you looking for someone to capture the special moments in life, such as senior photos, weddings, family portraits, baby pictures, or even your furry friends? Look no further than Lee's Photography in Ottumwa to schedule your appointment. Brian, Connie, and the staff at Lee's Photography have the knowledge and experience to capture your special moments and make your vision come to life. Visit them on Facebook to see the range of their work. Lee's Photography on East 2nd Street, across from the Courier in Ottumwa, for all your all-around photography needs.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
Hey, nice job clearing the clog.
Thanks.
You know anybody who could repair the water damage in my basement?
Roto-Rooter does that.
Do you guys fix water heaters?
Roto-Rooter does that.
How about a leaky faucet?
We do that.
Disposal repair?
We do that.
I've got to run a few errands, but if you could finish up those pies, that'd be great. Thanks.
And away go troubles down the drain.
Pies. Okay.
It's time to choose the credit union with a new perspective. At Meridian Credit Union, we don't just see member profiles. We see people. People with goals. People who want to save more. People that we can help. That's why we offer financial services convenient to you. Great loan rates, online banking with bill pay, mobile banking, and credit cards. Join the many satisfied Meridian members today. See how our perspective can help you.
Meridian Credit Union, where it feels like home.
Hi, this is Vince Tyson, General Manager with Citizens Mutual in Bloomfield, the area's premier broadband provider. Wapello County, we have heard your screams of frustration. You need reliable internet, and we are proud to expand high-speed fiber internet into Wapello County. Express your interest today by going to findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. Again, that's findmyfiber.mycmtech.com. We look forward to hearing from you and bringing you the very best internet service at Citizens Mutual, coming soon to Wapello County.
You're watching live coverage of the Ottumwa Bulldogs on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
And welcome back one final time to Davenport, where your Ottumwa softball team wins 2 in the Davenport Classic, beating Fort Madison 4-2. And West Burlington 3-2. I want to thank all of our sponsors one more time: Roto-Rooter, Bridge City Realty, Community First Credit Union, Mike's Pizza, Family First Chiropractic, Reflection Studio, Mercy One Ottumwa, Meridian Credit Union, Lisco, Lee's Photography, and Citizens Mutual. Also thank you to Sonic Drive-In and Marvin Boyer with Shelter Insurance in Ottumwa. A big thank you to Bulldog head coach Mandy Moore for helping us prepare for the broadcast today. And a big thank you to both of my producers, well, all of my producers, Annie Argo, the on-site video producer. Brandon Drew started the production job back at the KBIZ studios on the radio side, and Kyle Smith finished up today. So thank you to both Brandon and Kyle. Finally, I want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in tonight, because without your support of these broadcasts and of Ottumwa High Athletics, none of this would be possible. So thank you for tuning in to Bulldog Softball on 1240 AM, 102.7 FM KBIZ, and on the live video stream on the Ottumwa Radio Group Facebook page. My name's Jason Van Arkel. I'll talk to you Monday night when Bulldog Softball travels to Des Moines Lincoln for a Metro Conference doubleheader. Until then, have a good weekend, everybody.
Seasons change. Our priorities change. Your financial needs change. But there's one thing that remains consistent. Our dedication to making your financial life easier together. So let's get to know each other, because together is better.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.